speaking about this 14 months into recovery, or 14 months sober, what does it make you feel like when you talk about using drugs, alcohol, cocaine, crystal meth? Do you feel like you miss that part of your life at all?
Not at all. Because if you can imagine like going through life with that feeling of impending doom, like, you know, because that's what it felt like all the time, and it was like an obsession that I couldn't get over. It took up all my time. When I was not using drugs, I was constantly thinking about using drugs, you know, and I wanted so badly to stop, but I couldn't. I tried so many different things. I mean, I even changed cities. I decided I'm going to use with different people. I'm going to do that. Change religions. Nothing worked. And so I even thought of like suicide, because I thought that's the only way that I could end this thing, not knowing that I can actually get help for this, because it is a mental illness, because I was never told that.
How did you go about getting help?
Not a lot of people that struggle with addiction are fortunate enough to be able to go into private treatment facilities, but I did have a friend that offered me the opportunity, and I got into a treatment facility, and I was so terrified to leave, because that meant leaving when my stay there was over, which is like a month or so. I didn't feel like I was ready to face the world. So I ended up staying in treatment for about 7 months, like going from one treatment facility to the next treatment facility. But the sad thing is that I know for a lot of people that are struggling with addiction, they don't have those options, you know. And then after that, I sort of created a support structure in NA, going to NA meetings, and yeah, just making friends with people that are in recovery that will support my recovery. And that has helped me a great deal.
Did you think that these kinds of support structures and these kinds of facilities were available in South Africa before you found them?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'd always seen like in movies that, you know, people in America, they go to rehab and they like sit in these circles and they say, hi, my name is whatever and I'm an addict. I didn't know something like that was available in this country, you know, because there isn't really much awareness about it. I don't want to blame the government or anybody, you know, but there really, really isn't much awareness about help for people that are struggling with addiction. And also there isn't really much awareness about addiction as a mental illness, you know. Yeah. There's a stigma that people that are suffering with addiction are just morally deficient, and they just don't want to be responsible. It's like they don't really have much of a choice once, you know, they are at the grip of addiction. That's my experience.
So now in your recovery, what are you doing to stay clean?
I haven't stopped going to NA meetings, which is like my support structure, talking to other people that are in recovery, that are also trying to live a different life, like the way I am, and being of service to other human beings or other people that are, you know, still struggling with addiction, you know, and sharing my story, my hope, and just the awareness that it is possible, recovery is possible, and there are solutions out there, you know, because I thought the only solution would be death, and it doesn't have to be that way.